We're empowering them to be able to sort their own problems out.
They're just so appreciative of the help that you give.
The community are responding and saying, this is making a big difference.
It's a highlight of my working career so far.
I'm loving it so far, so it'll probably be a regular occurrence.
Just get out there and do something that's outside of your box.
Bridge to Aid started back in 2002 by my good friends Ian and Andy Wilson. They set up a dental clinic for another NGO, and after a couple of years the contract came to an end. And they basically then decided that they were going to take a bit of a risk, a bit of a leap of faith. We started Hope Dental Centre at that time. The work at Bukumbi started cranking up, and the dental volunteer programme started. We asked the local government, what is your biggest need, before we created the training programme. We work hand in glove with them, so the whole programme is integrated with what they do and what their strategy is. And then we register all of our volunteers, because we want our guys to come in and make a lasting difference and not waste their time or cause more problems by not understanding what the issues really are. Traditionally, the diet of people living in this part of the world has been quite low sugar, certainly low in refined sugars. But what we're seeing over the last few years is, as the availability of carbonated soft drinks gets more prevalent, there is a marketing machine behind these companies which, you drive down any dirt track into any village and there'll be some enterprising individual with 2 or 3 crates of soda on the back of his bike. It's cheap, it's cheaper than plain drinking water, and of course people want a taste of the West. The branding of these companies is very, very strong, but there's no education whatsoever that drinking soda without brushing your teeth with fluoride toothpaste is going to cause you a problem. And there is a devastating legacy being created. I mean, we're already starting to see kids coming into our rural clinics where we do the dental training that need full clearances because their teeth are just gone. The dental volunteer programme is the biggest part of what we do, but there are 2 other programmes that we run which are very important as well. The first is Hope Dental Centre, which is a commercial clinic run by our team, and all the profits from Hope Dental Centre go into the operational costs of running Bridge to Aid, which means that a much higher proportion of the donations that come from the UK actually reach the sharp end.
The job here at Hope Dental Centre is really rewarding. It's good working in a team that is so motivated, and we have some very good patients that come here. We have many challenges that we have to face, but it's great facing those challenges together and getting through them. Compared with the practice in the UK, we have significant power problems, water issues and supply issues, but we overcome them as we work together as a team and are able to provide a really good quality service for patients that come here.
One of the things that we do with the profits from Hope Dental Centre is the programme at Bukumbi Care Centre. This is something which is very close to our hearts as a team. It's been in our values since the very beginning, and Bukumbi Care Centre is a government-run care centre, home for about 150 adults who have a range of disabilities, most of them caused by leprosy. And so our programme there is about educating the children so they have a way out of poverty and the cycle of disease, doing reintegration and income generation activities with the mainstream of the community, and then caring for the elderly and the sick until they pass on. So restoring some dignity to a small group of people, but one which is very important to us as an organisation. When you come on DVP, you become part of the team at the airport in London. So you meet at Heathrow in the middle of the afternoon. Your site clinical lead will be there to meet you and will help you to get checked in. You'll meet the rest of your team members.
This is my first time, and I have a very understanding boss who's very happily sent me off, and if I've got his blessing, then I don't see why other people couldn't do the same.
Just the whole rewarding experience of it, just knowing that you're leaving a skill behind that is just something like teach a man to fish.
You fly overnight to Tanzania, a short stopover in Dar before you fly up to us in Mwanza. When you get to Mwanza, we'll meet you off the plane. Hopefully you'll be feeling a bit tired by then, so you get the afternoon off. We then do a little meet and greet next to the lake, which is very beautiful and just eases you in gently. You know, we want to look after our volunteers. Day 2 is orientation, where we want to take you through everything that you're going to need to know in order to function and perform effectively. We want to answer all of your questions. The first part will take you through safety and security, healthcare, culture, language, all those sorts of things. And then the second part will be showing you everything clinically that you're going to be doing. So we'll be taking you through the equipment that you're going to be using, how you're going to be sterilising, all of the policies and procedures and protocols that we use. And the dentist will split from the nurses at one point, and we'll look at the dentist will look at their workstations and everything that they're going to be using, and then the nurses will go to the sterilisation area and they'll be learning all about the sterilisation equipment that we use. And everybody swaps over so everybody knows what everybody else is doing, and then basically we have lunch together. After lunch you're off to site. That could involve a safari car or a bus to where you're going to be staying, or if you're based at one of the mine sites that we work at, then you'll be taking a light aircraft flight.
Good afternoon, Mwanza Tower, 5 Hotel Triple Alpha, bridge to 8 flight. Bridge to 8 flight will be departing to Boli, flight level 09 or 5.
To fly down there, which is a great experience. If you've never been on a light aircraft, it's great. You get some fantastic views of the countryside. You'll be landing there, and then you'll be doing a briefing meeting with your site clinical lead, just getting to know each other as a team, and then it's down tools and have a rest before all the hard work starts the next day. The site clinical leads are our representatives on site. They are experienced DVPers who have been at least 3 times. Some of them are into their 7th, 8th visits now, and they're an amazing group of people. I don't know how they continue to do it. You know, they come out, and not only do they pay the money to come out and give up their time, but they also take on the very important responsibility of guiding the first timers through their experience and drawing everything together clinically on site.
Working in Tanzania is not like working in general practice in England, and I think that's one of the great things, to come out here and get a completely different experience and learn how other people live, and to leave something behind for them.
We're normally reasonably well accommodated, so you get a nice breakfast, which is important to get done, because if you by 11 o'clock in the morning you're going to begin to feel that you haven't had your breakfast if you haven't. And then a ride to wherever clinic. Because you're in the rural areas, you've got to get there. There's no use being in the towns, because that's not what we're here to do. We've got to get out to where the problems are.
The equipment that we train with is very, very simple.
A bit further back if you can, no. Further. Oh, there. That's it. That's far enough in. And then just give it slowly, because it'll be more comfortable.
There's no light, there's no suction. We use a dining room chair to train on, and the instrumentation that we use is an FDI kit, which is just some simple forceps, some elevators. We use a hypodermic syringe, which is available locally, and the reason that we do that is because we don't want to train with anything that the guys aren't going to be able to use when they go back into their dispensaries and into their health centres.
One of the problems, of course, is a language difficulty, and it's sometimes difficult to know if the guys have really understood what you've asked them or what you're telling them. They try to be very nice to you and say yes to lots of things. So sometimes when you feel they haven't got what you've said to them, you have to put it in a different way or get them to talk it back to you just to make sure that they've got it. So what do you think of the periodontal status?
Periodontal status is fair.
No, I think it's poor.
I feel it's unbelievable. These people come in and you ask them, how long have you been in pain for? And some people are saying years, if not months. And, for them then to come in here and initially whenever you even give them the local anaesthetic, you just see the relief in their face because they're immediately out of pain. Then we get rid of the tooth that's causing this pain, and they're able to go off, you know, pain-free, which is such a simple thing, but yet it can make such a difference because people aren't able to eat properly. You know, it's just amazing how just a small little thing as taking a tooth out can really transform their lives.
I never thought that I'd do anything like this, and I came out here in May and did it then, and it was just so amazing. I've come back as many times as I could now.
This 20-year-old lady's just come in and she's got an externally draining sinus. What that is she's had decay in a tooth for so long. There's been a chronic infection that the body's actually created a little channel for infection and pus to drain out of the side of the face. And so she's got a lesion, which is a little opening on the side of the face that pus and blood will drain out from.
She's very happy to see dentists to come here, and he have a long time we are not meet with the dentist. Now after seeing these people come here, he's very happy for government and also for people from UK to give us dentists to come to see community here.
When you look at this face and there's clearly something going on, there's definitely some kind of swelling there, okay? The fact it's on both sides means it's unlikely actually to be anything wrong with his teeth. You'd be very unlucky to have like infected teeth on both sides. Well, that's tragic. So you can see the decayed teeth on both sides, so there you go.
We have so much that you just have to come and help and give a bit, really. And it's good fun meeting the other people on DVP. It's a fantastic experience coming, and I think it's just good for you as a person because I think you actually get out more than you give, to be honest.
Once you get to the end of the day, we have a debrief. It's something we've always had. Sometimes these can be quite fun and light-hearted. Sometimes it's quite technical about something that might have developed during the day. But it's very important that there's an opportunity for people to chat about how they're feeling. You're going to be seeing things that you don't see every day. It's a very different clinical environment. Things that you're going to see on the drive to and from the health centre are extreme poverty, and so you need an opportunity to unpack that. For us, this is just the beginning. Mwanza means the beginning, which is very exciting. What we've done over the last 7 years is to create a model of training which works. It makes a difference in communities on a long-term basis. Now, how far we go and how many people we can impact depends on the dental profession in the UK and the wonderful support that we get from them growing. It's a fantastic experience for volunteers. And so what we want to do is to mobilise the workforce to say, I will give 2 weeks of my time, whether it's once in my career or every year or multiple times a year, because this problem exists across the world. It's not just in East Africa. And so we're already starting to talk to people around the world about how this could work for them. Not to build Bridge to Aid into an institution, but actually to look for people who we can give the skills, give the model, give the consultation to, so that they too can start to make a difference in the part of the world that they feel passionate about. So this is just the beginning.